Today we go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy alike. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Episode 9 is currently filming over in the UK. JJ Abrams is hard at work on completing the Skywalker saga. Now, one thing that a lot of fans are wondering about is, of course, the Knights of Ren. Are they in this movie? Are they not in this movie? There's still no full confirmation on all of this. However, these past couple of weeks, we have been learning more and more about this movie, and these past couple of months, we do know that actors ranging from ages 21 to 27 are actually training for their roles that are to be shot with Adam Driver, which could most definitely be the Knights of Ren. Now, we've been going over various storyboard and concept art descriptions, etc., one of which has all to do with the Knights of Ren, presumably, of course, specifically 6 shadowy figures behind Kylo Ren without his helmet. They all appear to be surrounded by rubble and fire. Another description goes over 2 figures that are very similar in design to the Knights in a back-to-back position, as if they are ready for battle. Another is Kylo raising his saber up in front of all the figures. So I'm not quite sure if this is going to be a possible battle in Star Wars Episode 9 against the Force Sensitives, which could very well line directly up with what we heard of the big plot leak back in May of this year involving Episode 9. Now, how would you guys feel about that if they embraced that idea of the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren hunting down Force Sensitives as their own little side mission there in the unknown regions? Now, there is a lot of talk that we are heading to the unknown regions in this movie, which I think would be I personally think that would be very exciting to see on screen for the very first time. We haven't really seen the unknown regions in depth, so I think that the sequel trilogy, at least the last film of this trilogy, should definitely embrace that idea. As far as the Knights of Ren go, it has to be them. It has to be. 6 figures, if you look at The Force Awakens, there's 6 figures in back of Kylo Ren. We also know that the actors ranging anywhere from ages 21 to 27 are indeed, 6 individuals that will be training with Adam Driver and will be shooting scenes with Adam to come in October to November. So the whole entire sequence of, Star Wars The Force Awakens, when we do see those Knights of Ren, there's a lot of people out there, including myself, that thinks, of course, that could very well be a flash forward. Now, JJ Abrams, I believe he was involved with Fringe, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't Fringe actually mess around with the idea of flash forwards? So if that is the case, it's pretty much, a thing for Episode 9, most likely, that shot in The Force Awakens was indeed a glimpse into the future by Rey. The Knights of Ren, I think, are a group of individuals that a lot of people want to know more about, specifically because, well, they just look badass, they're mysterious, and, well, they're affiliated with Kylo Ren. Like I say, going into Episode 9, all of us are wondering, of course, on whether or not Kylo Ren will have an apprentice. There has been a little bit of talk here and there about Kylo Ren quite possibly having an apprentice in this film. After all, Snoke had an apprentice once before Kylo Ren. But what if JJ Abrams stirs things up a bit, right? He does something different in a Star Wars movie. In the prequels, right, it was always Master and Apprentice. Same thing goes for the original trilogy, Master and Apprentice. But going into the sequels, after Kylo Ren had killed Snoke, what's actually going to be, happening now in Episode 9? Is Kylo Ren going to be on his own as Supreme Leader Ren? Or is he going to be the master of the Knights of Ren, a master of multiple people? Now, as far as we know, the Knights of Ren are not Force-sensitive individuals. However, JJ Abrams could always change that idea and make them Force sensitives. Heck, you know what? If JJ wanted to do something really insane, he could actually have the Knights, each and every one of them, holding their own lightsabers. I don't know if you guys knew this, but the original concept of them, I believe it was in The Force Awakens, at least 1 or 2 of them had lightsabers. 1 or 2 of the Knights of Ren. If you guys look at the concept art for The Force Awakens, they do indeed have lightsaber hilts. So JJ, if he really wanted to, he could embrace that idea and implement it into Episode 9. Because I really don't know what the Knights of Ren would do up against characters such as Rey, if they are to go up against her or something around those lines. Now, the truth here is, I think that the Knights of Ren are led by Kylo Ren, and they are the ones that take on the weak, but Kylo Ren is the one that leads them in. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.